Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with our realistic series. I was going to say 55 grand, but that's repainting it. I don't need to repaint. I don't need to repaint, just repair it. Also do that. Right. Tip-top condition. Excellent. Let's go. We are going to go and get ourselves a brand shiny new baler. And I'm going to go with the 12-meter width on the rake. Not the shortest one. The shortest one is the 10-meter. I'm going to go with the 12-meter one. I'm going to go with the Krone baler. I'm not going to have a silage additive tank. If I decide at a later date that I think that we should expand those rakes on the front, then we will. We'll go out as much. We could go out to the 16-meter ones. I'm not sure about the 20-meter ones. They do seem a little bit big, the 20-meter ones. It's this one here that I want. So the 20-meter ones all the way out there, they do seem potentially a little bit excessive. I see how it works, though. It's basically done on an extension. It just stretches it out, which is actually pretty cool. That does the same. That's on the 16-meter one. And the 12-meter one's a smaller framework, but it also does the same on there. So there is... we could go from this 12-meter one up to a slightly bigger one, but I think for now we'll stick with this, because like a 12-meter rake is not something that would be particularly unusual either. Now, the one thing that I like about the Krone Big Pack is that it does actually, in the specifications, it runs faster than just about any other baler. Now, I realise that we've got a rake on the front, which is going to make a difference to what we're doing there. But at the same time, it's still a Krone Big Pack. And it should run faster. So the standard 20k that we've got here across all of those balers, I'm going to change that up to 25k, because these balers, the big pack balers, do run quite a bit faster. So I'm going to add an extra 5k onto that work speed there to properly reflect this. I'm going to leave everything there with the colors and all of that. We're just going to go with the stuff. You know, it would probably help if I borrowed the money first. So I need 200,000 for this. I've got 75,000 at the moment, and I'm kind of thinking that we will borrow another 200,000. We'll borrow all the money we need for this baler. That's going to give us a little bit of extra money for doing leasing, and we've still got expenses that we're going to have to fork out for doing the next sugar beet harvest, and there's a few other things, and I still want to buy the sheep, so I want to have some money left over for buying some of these other bits. So I've got to go back into here, and let me just set up this baler again, and then I'll make the purchase. 194,250 euros. So the extras that I bought was the brand decal for Krone. I don't know why I got to pay for that. That feels a bit like I'm being cheated there. And then we got the extra 9,000 because we got 2 extra meters on our rakes right here. So we'll buy that one. Yep, thank you very much. And I've also got 5k faster. So it's got the rakes there, they're hooked onto the front. This is absolutely fantastic. And the thing that I love about this is you look at it first and you think, yeah, okay, unrealistic mods, that's fine. It's useful though, it's still useful. The thing that I love about this is that it's an actual real-life thing. That is what I genuinely love about this, is it is a real-life thing. So that one, they fold down like that, and then they extend out. There, they pull right out like that, and then you've got a 12-meter width. I don't think there's any other controls on extending out the width of the rake any further than that. I don't think you'd need it. Change the bale size, so that's 240s, 180s. We'll go with 240s. We'll go with the biggest bales that we can get, because it means that you don't have to handle quite so many. We've got a flatbed trailer that we could use for bringing them in, or we can go and lease a bale collector to do it. The bale loader here, so the base game one is that one, and that does do up to the 240 bales. So we've got options when it comes to doing our bales and baling and everything else. So I don't need to take this to the farm. I'm going to go this way. All that traffic has very kindly agreed to move out of my way as I come through. And we're going to go up this road now and get to our field of hay that is just waiting there, begging to be baled up. Right, well, I have actually reached the point where I need to take a break from my recording, which is a little bit unfortunate, because I'm actually really looking forward to using this one. So this is what I'm going to be doing when I next come back. I'll probably have forgotten everything else, but I at least will remember that we are about to start using this baler in this field. So I will be back in a week. You will see me back in probably just a few seconds. Let's get this thing unfolded and see if it actually works. I have high hopes for this one. At least I think I do. We'll see. Like, I'm kind of liking the idea of getting longer extensions on them in the future. I don't know if that's something that we will do. If we have a look at this, change bale size, I've already done that. That's set to the right one. So it doesn't look like you can extend the things in and out at all. Like they're just as a set width. And so I'm assuming that we just fire it up and carry right on. Let's try this thing out. So it drops down there like that and lift up and down. Ha-ha! Okay, this is way better than having to mess around with the rake first. I want to try the really long ones now, but having seen pictures of these things actually... Well, I've seen pictures of these. Bunker silo is done for mating. Excellent. So now we have a pile of money that we can go and get, although we do have 80 grand at the moment, so we're kind of alright for money. But, I mean, once we've done this bit, we're going to want to be buying some sheep. And I want to get as many sheep as I can. I kind of want to fill the pen up. Oh, I still haven't gone and put the sheep milk mod thing back into the game, which is something that I was intending to do. I'll get to that. I'm curious if the hired help is going to be able to do this. Now, the only problem that we've got with this thing is obviously it's leaving bales behind. So if you set the hired help going, the hired help is going to be driving into other bales. But hired help doesn't usually work with a baler. It only works if you have a rake on front of the tractor or a mower. Like, I've done it with a mower before. You just have the baler on the back, and you have a front-mounted mower, and just have the mower going around, and the hired help just ignores the baler, other than the fact that it's got something trailing behind it, and sort of focuses on doing the mower work. So, for the most part, it does actually go around and do all the mowing and baling, sort of in a single pass. But you've got to have a front-mounted mower for that. I know some people in the last version of the game were using those mowers that you could join together into one piece, which for some reason they haven't put into this version of the game, and I don't know why. Like, that seemed like a bit of an odd decision to me. Why would you not include a mower that was like one of the big selling points of the last version of the game? But look at this. We now have... I kind of need to... I'm trying to get like a good view of this thing working, but at the same time also stick with the lines. It's not easy. I'm kind of like trying to go around corners and all sorts, and that makes it more difficult. But I reckon if we go up here a little bit, there we go. There we go. That's the money shot right there. Fantastic. Right. Let's bring you on round over here. And carry on down this way. That's twice round the field. Well, nearly. We're on our second time around the field. I'm going to just engage hired help going down here, and we will see if it can actually do it. If I press the button, the magic button, let's try it. Let's just slow down to a stop. Okay, so it does. I thought I'd broken my game there for a minute, but no, I haven't broken anything. You can't use the hired help to do the baling job, but then you can't use the hired help to do baling anyway, so that bit doesn't really matter. what you end up with is just this is going a little tiny bit faster. Although I do see there's leaving tiny little bits behind there, just in the a couple of places. But it's a very, very small amount. So I don't think it's anything that we would need to worry about. This right here is actually the one thing that would present difficulty. Especially if we decide next time to go with a bigger set of rakes on it. You have a look at that. The bales coming through. Those are the bits that are going. That's the bit that's going to cut the bales coming through. The bales just being left behind. That's the bit that's going to cause us problems. We're going to have bales in the way of the rake arms, and sort of ducking and diving in between them is going to be a bit of an issue. Although, I mean, we can't... Yes, we can pick up the rake arms. So we can pick them up like that. But how effective is that? Well, I guess it seems to work. Right, let's bring you back round this way. Alright, I'm quite liking this. So, we've got our first field here. Now, with hay, this is just about done. We tried the really big hay turner in this field, and we found that it was leaving some little tiny bits behind, which was inconvenient, to say the least. So, we're going to try a different rake. A different hay turner. There is a couple of mods where you can basically bale, you can mow and have it left as hay straight behind, or at least I think there is, but I'm not sure that I really want to do that in this, because the region, I mean, yeah, this is set in Spain, and I know some places in the world you mow and then you go along and you bale it up as hay pretty soon after, and that's quite a normal thing, but don't know. Well, this is Spain. I don't think it would be a thing that you would do here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a thing that you would do here. Like, I'm genuinely not sure on that one. Now, what I was thinking is, if the bales are getting too much in the way, what we could end up doing is, well, I guess you just have to sort of stop the baler and fold it up in order to dodge the bales. But, I mean, I don't think that's really going to be much of an issue. I really love the background sounds and noises in this game. Or at least on this map. Like, every now and then I hear a police siren going off for traffic that's going up the road. And you can hear the water very faintly in the background from the river. Just little details like that. It kind of makes the map feel a little bit more alive. There has been the update to the game, and map makers needed to do a small update to their maps. Although it seems that the actual mod team from Giants have been going through and updating the maps on Mod Hub that actually need it, rather than having to have the map creators go back through and do it. They've been correcting the little small error that comes up. So there's been some updates on some of the maps. I am choosing not to do... I haven't done very much in a way of map editing on this one. In fact, I don't think I've done any editing on this one. But I'm still not updating the game, because my time-lapse series and the non-realistic series, I've actually edited the map quite a bit, made some significant changes, and if I update the game, I'm going to need to update those two maps, and this one does also have an update for it as well, but I'm going to have to update the maps, and that means I'm going to have to redo all of the changes, because if I update the map, it's going to remove the changes that I've gone and made. So at the moment I'm not updating the game, so if there is any changes that the last little update has made to the game that actually makes any kind of difference, you won't see it on my videos for a little while, because I'm going to hold off doing the update as long as possible, because I don't want to break the maps that I'm currently doing some series on. And I will eventually do an update. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work things. I might just have to take one of the maps and redo the work that I did on it previously, but other than that, I'm kind of just going to leave everything as it is. I haven't got very much left on this job. This has worked really, really well. I'm really pleased with how the rake thing has worked on this. I will say that it's a little bit of a nuisance having to sort of duck and dive around the bales on the ends of the rows, but I mean, that's kind of a normal thing anyway. I need another 74 litres of hay, if I can find it. There was a couple of little tiny bits that got left, but I don't think we got 74 litres worth. So when I come to do baling again, I'm going to get the same baler, but I'm going to get the one with the longest extension on the arms, purely because that's going to make the job a little bit quicker, and we'll see how it works out, like whether or not it seems like it's really, really bizarre and weird, or if it does actually seem to fit. Now, I just need another 47 litres of hay, and I can make the last bale. Are we going to... I really hate this. Like, if it's the middle of a bale, if you've got the middle of a bale there somewhere, that's fine. I don't really care about that, not even a little bit. But when you've got just a few tiny litres left, and that's all you need in order to be able to complete an entire bale, it's really frustrating because we can't do anything with that piece of bale that's in there unless we just keep hold of the baler and bale it out when we've got some more material a bit later on. Now, I do have... Didn't I keep some straw back? Got a little bit of straw somewhere that we could go and use. There's no hay here anywhere. Like we've scraped up every little last speck, you know. I have straw back at the farm. I guess we could try and put 47 litres of straw in just to finish this one off. Yeah, there's nothing else here. That is really frustrating because we can stick one bale out there, but we can't put any more out. So we fold it up, it sucks in those like that, and then lifts them up. And folds up the back as well. We will run off back to the farm and see if we can't find 47 litres of straw or something that we can stuff into the front of this baler and just finish this job off. Where are we going to find a bit of straw? Or a bit of anything. Like, we need something. I know that we've got some straw in here, but I don't think we can break these bales open. So I've got some in there. They're 9,000 litre bales of straw that we kept back. We can either sell those later in the year, or we'll keep them for the animals. Could be either. But you can't pop a bale open. I guess the only thing that we might be able to do is at the actual dealership, we could buy a small bale of hay and bale that up. But then it's only going to work if we can pop the bale, if we can break the bale open, and we can't break all bales open. Like, I'm not even sure if that's in the base game or if it was a mod that I was doing that with previously. And if it is a mod, I'm not sure that I've got it here. So we may end up losing 7,953 litres of hay because we can't quite get the last little tiny bit, which is frustrating, to say the least. Right, we'll bring you into here, and then we will go in here. We've got our leased machinery here. Wait, I actually... Oh! I bought the baler! I forgot about that. Ha! Okay, so apparently I don't need to go and do anything else with that one. Now, I do have an autoload trailer there. I've got trailers. I've got the small auto-load trailer there that we could use for moving the bales. We'll see. How many bales have we got? 22. We got 22 bales. Right. I genuinely thought this one was leased. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that then. Whenever we next use the baler, we'll end up popping out the next bit of bale. What I might do is change this one so that we've got the bigger bits on the front. But I don't know. I think we might actually be able to do that in the workshop. Now, because we own this one, I think we might be able to just make a change on it and do that bit via the workshop. So we don't need to sell the baler or anything. We're literally upgrading the rake section of the baler. So we'll bring you over here a minute and we will have a look at that. Skip, jump down off there. Go over into our little office right here. Go to that one. We will do repair work and then we will go into customize. And we have our working speed set on 25, which was because I wanted a bigger one. And then we've got the model here. So we had that was the 100. Oh, we had this. Which one have we got? 120. Oh, we got the 120s. And it goes up to 200, and that's another 37,000. So I won't do that just yet, but it's good to know that it's going to be a nice, easy upgrade, even if it is 37 grand. And then we'll come over here and do the pressure work. Why does it always do the front? Wait, it never seems to do the machine that I want it to do. I feel victimized. There. I wish it did 3 missions. Like, if it did 3, it would be easier. But it only ever does 2. And it always seems to be, it'll do the front weight and not the bit on the back that you actually want it to do. It's just frustrating. Right, we will reverse you in here. Like this. And I'll put you near the back. I suppose actually I could go and put this one in the combine. But we'll leave it here for now. Let's not do that. Let's do that. Right. That one can stay there. And then gathering up the straw. This trailer here will take those bales. But we've got 22 of those bales in the field. And how many is this one going to take? Euro pallets, it takes 24. We don't want to take Euro pallets. So we've got round bale cotton, round bales, square 120, 180, 220, 240. It'll take 12. So 2 trips and we will bring them all in. We'll just take this one. We'll do it with this one. Nice and easy. And then we can stack. Oh, we were going to bring it. Actually, we were going to bring them up here, weren't we? We were going to bring everything back up here. I just want to check and see if... There, we want to go to this one. Unhitch that trailer right there. And I've got this one here, which we've been using for pallets and stuff. But because it has auto-load, it might have the auto-load that I want. So let's go and have a look in here. Left shift. Z. So we've got liquid tank, big bag pallets, big bags, Euro pallet overloaded, round bale, 150, 180, 120, 180, 220, 240. It'll take 30 bales. We can do it all in one load with this. Right, we'll do it with this one. So let's go and have you here. And totally not reversing up the bank there like that. Figment of your imagination. Let's bring you back round there. And right, you can stop there, and then we will go back to this one. And we're going to go and gather up those bales of hay using this trailer. I'm curious how it loads them in. So all we need to do is get them into the trailer, take them over to the sheep pen and unload what we can into the sheep pen, and then gather the rest up and bring them up here so they can be dropped into that shed right there. Then after that, we only need to use the little auto-load trailer. We're not going to need to be taking thousands of bales at any one time. We just use the little auto-load trailer, load up a few bales, and bring them down here to the sheep and chuck them in. I don't know if this sheep pen needs water as well. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it does need water. Yes, of course it does, because I remember now, we actually put the water in here. That's a bit of a nuisance. That is going to be a bit of a jolly nuisance, having to bring water down to them all the time, but, oh well. If that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. I might end up selling the buildings from here and just buying a standard sheep pen instead, because I don't like the idea of bringing the water down, and this one seems to be designed for producing sheep's milk, but there isn't a mod for, well, there isn't a thing for the sheep's milk. Now, I did have a sheep's milk thing, but it doesn't come up as being an essential mod for this map, so I'm not quite sure what the sheep's milk thing is and where we would be able to do anything with it. Right, we bring you in here like this, and then we will... How do we undo this? I think you just press... There we go, press Z, like that. Okay, so that will open the sides of the curtain cider, like that, and then we press R to... And, right, so they go that way round. It's easy enough. And we can load them all up nice and easy. Right. I do apologize to the traditionalists among us who would like to see me doing this. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.